almost fast the entire journey. They literally gorge themselves in the warm, or when they feed up in the cold waters off of Alaska. Those very cold, nutrient-rich waters is where they feed almost exclusively. They only feed very rarely and opportunistically on their migration. And they are baleen whales, but they're unique in the sense that most baleen whales, when they feed, like humpback or blue whales, they will take large gulps of water directly from the water column and then trap their food on the backside of their baleen and feed that way. But the gray whales here, they're actually bottom feeders. So what they do is they dive down to the deep depths and they scoop up large amounts of the seafloor, silt, sand, sediment, along with their food, which consists primarily of things like amphipods, copepods, brittle stars, small little crustaceans, things like that. So kind of unique in that they feed from the seafloor, bottom feeders. And they have over 100 baleen plates in their mouth. And they actually look a lot like the bristles on a push broom. They're made up of keratin, the same stuff that your fingernails are made of. Alright, these whales are a little finicky, seems like. But we're gonna wait it out and be patient and hopefully get some good whale watching in. Again, all whales, they all have their own personalities and they all react differently to the boats.
Looks like there's 4 of them, and they're slowly rolling west. I don't see
So when these whales are in their cold water feeding grounds, they again will literally gorge themselves and fatten up for their long journey. That blubber, of course, is very important for their survival because much of the water that they travel through is very cold. Right out here, the waters are like mid-50s probably right now. So pretty cold. Of course, up by Alaska, it'd be a lot colder. And the babies are born without that thick blubber layer to keep them warm. They are born at a modest, right around 1,500 pounds. And when they're born, they don't have that blubber. So it's really important for those mothers, the pregnant cows, to make their way down to the lagoons and hopefully make it there before they give birth. Sometimes you do run into whales that had their calves early along the migration, but of course their chances of survival definitely decrease having to continue on the migration and keep warm enough and all that to make it down to the safety of those lagoons. But it's very important for those babies to pack on the pounds as quickly as possible before they leave the safety of their birthing area. So again, they're mammals, of course, so they do drink their mother's milk, and that milk is incredibly rich in fat content. We drink like 2% milk, 2% fat, but these whales produce 50% fat milk. So it's incredibly rich and thick and high in fat. Just what those calves need in order to pack on the pounds, which they do at alarming rates. They can gain around 100 pounds a day.
Filming?
100 pounds a day they can gain. Pretty incredible. All right, guys, this is pretty tough for us. We're doing our best to find these whales. Obviously, they have a really long downtime. But again, if we could just have everybody's help looking all around the boat. Oh, I think I just saw the whale come up to the left of the sun glare. Again, guys, some of these whales are really kind of evasive, and sometimes it turns out the whales don't want to be watched. Seems like that's what's going on with they'll even snorkel sometimes. So instead of coming to the surface, what whales do. Some of these whales are really tricky.